Update, AlTA for cutting my brother's utilities and phone off. Update, it's been about a week and a half, and I've finally gotten everything sorted out. The process took longer than I thought because it had been a holiday weekend, Mother's and my mom's birthday shortly after. After careful consideration and reading all the replies, I decided I needed to start separating myself from the situation ASAP. I didn't want to be on a lease that had me liable for damages while I'm not there. All that stuff everyone was saying. I spent the week calling the townhouse office and the utility company explaining everything that had happened. Honestly, I was expecting the entire process to be stressful, complicated, and full of arguments. But surprisingly, everything went much smoother than I thought it would. The utility representatives I spoke to were actually really understanding and patient. They canceled it all within the week, and my brother arranged to have his own set up after it ended. And as for my name on the lease, we had me signed to be taken off it without issue. Turns out my brother and his GF are fine on their own, I guess. Not my problem. I had spent the whole night, after my first post-anxious thinking, I was going to end up trapped in contracts or financially responsible for things connected to a place I wasn't even allowed to live in anymore. So having everything handled calmly was honestly a huge relief. The only thing that ended up being more complicated was the phone plan. Since the phone account was under my name and had financing attached to it, I originally planned on removing his line completely too. At first, I was frustrated enough that I just wanted everything disconnected immediately. But after talking things through more calmly, we ended up coming to an agreement instead. The phone stays active as long as he continues making the payments on it himself and keeps up with the bill. It took a bit more discussion and figuring things out than the utilities did. But eventually, we found a solution that worked for both of us without it turning into another fight. In the end, there wasn't really any screaming match or dramatic fallout like I expected. It was mostly just disappointing and sad. Everything was handled a lot more smoothly and maturely than I thought it would be. We decided to stay in good terms. Even after all that happened, I had a lot of time to think about why he did what he did, as shitty as it was to me. He apologized, he promised to help me with anything in the future, and I definitely won't be doing this kind of stuff for him again either. Sorry, it's not that eventful of an update, broken heart.